Jake, do your dance.
Okay.
If I had Joe, he'd do the dance
just chop
for
it
me.
off.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Jake, no, it's not going in. Do it again.
Get it in.
Here, you hold it, and I'll get it in for you with the hammer. Ready? Bam! Oh! Oh! I am so sorry. Oh, it's bleeding.
It had a couple stitches.
Oh, guys. Ooh. Hey, it's time to stop.
Are we done?
We're done.
I'll tell you why. Guys, it's time to celebrate.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
grand opening.
yeah, man, grand opening.
Nice.
Grand opening.
Grand
Nice.
opening.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
This is
Woo,
it.
This is
It's done.
exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We did it.
Yes. Hey, welcome to Between the Studs. My name's Lonnie Norris, and this is part of the Granite Ridge Builders team, including our president, Tony Reinke. We are custom builders serving northern Indiana, parts of southern Michigan, and also northwest Ohio. Each week, we love to share with you things about our business, interesting things about our business, technology, energy components, trends, features, all those things that make up a new home today. Today is a celebration. We're really excited. We're out here at what we call the Next Step House. It's a home of innovations. It's a home of all kinds of technology, including solar energy. You need to come out and see us. We're on the Flutter Road. What's our address?
7467 Flutter Road.
7467 Flutter Road. We're on the north side. Come around 469, get off at the Maple Crest exit, come north about a half mile and turn to your right or east on the Flutter Road. We're open every Sunday, and we're really excited about this house. We want to show it to you, so come see us. This is our builder, the project manager, Luke Hoffman. Luke, some comments.
Yeah, you mentioned we're at the Next Step House. The STEP stands for Smart Technology Energy Performance. And you haven't seen this house yet, you need to come out regardless if you're thinking about building or not, because it's truly an experience in itself. One of the things that I loved about when we were building it is the energy performance side. You mentioned we have solar, we super insulated the house. The shell of this house is not leaking at all. We did a lot of neat things that just really enhanced our energy performance on this house.
And I just really love the technology and the fact that when I get to this house, instead of having to turn on 50 light switches, I push one button, the door unlocks, the alarm goes off, the blinds come up, and that's just what I love is the technology side of it.
Well, what I love is the design and the decor. This is over 6,000 square feet finished. We have 2 kitchens, a theater room, a wine grotto, an open concept. It's beautiful.
It really is. And it's full of all kinds of gadgets. And we've been talking, what are we going to do today at the Next Step House? Anybody got an idea?
Well, I've been getting a lot of these emails for the What's That episode, and everybody wants us to do another one.
I'm getting a lot of those too.
That makes it simple. Let's go through the house and do what is that with all these many things that we can show the folks today.
I like
Do it.
it.
It's going to take forever. We've
Yeah.
got a lot of
We
these
got
to do.
hundreds of things, I know it.
We'll do
I
a
know.
few.
River Hollow on Flutter Road with 1-acre lots with the ability to put a detached carriage building.
Okay, so Luke, back here in the backyard of the Next Step House is a big question. What is that?
Good question, yeah. These are our solar thermal collectors. So what that means is there's actually a liquid in there that's using the sun to actually heat up, and then we're transferring that heat into providing all the hot water that we need for the house, as well as heating our garage floor in the winter months.
And what would something like this cost for a typical house?
$8,000 to $10,000, but depending on where you're located, there may be some tax credits.
As well, great. And I also noticed there's some panels up here on the auxiliary barn roof.
Yeah, so that's another type of solar, and that's our solar PV. So that's supplementing the power that we need for this house.
So we're generating some power.
Yep.
And then we're also heating the garage floor and the domestic hot water in this house. So 3 applications here. Got to come out and see those.
Yep.
Is the grand reopening of the Home of Innovation today 1 to 4.
A nice fire and no hot dogs.
Or
Look,
marshmallows.
get it.
Okay, Elizabeth, what's that?
This is a fire table. So eventually this will have glass around it. You can sit here, eat your dinner. We have a propane line running to it.
Lonnie, this is going to be romantic for our wives. You know what? I like this.
Oh, that's another good idea, yeah.
Okay, Tony, I know this is a grill and you make a great steak, but what is this? It looks like a big golf ball.
This is called the Big Green Egg. I love this. This is actually charcoal. It burns, it's ceramic, so the taste in here is amazing. If anybody ever wants the best grilled steaks or anything, you can do cookies, you can do pizza. I love this, called the Big Green Egg.
Tony, we have a lot of hanging baskets and beautiful flowers out here. I noticed they all have a little tube like this. What is it?
Okay, Elizabeth, this is the hottest trend in irrigation. You know, I don't really like to water plants. I don't have the time, or I don't think about it, right? So guess what? Our staff came up with this. It's drip irrigation. All you do is connect this to a timer. You need about, maybe 10 seconds sometimes, maybe a couple minutes. All can be programmed. Put this in every one of your pots, put this in every plant in your plant bed, and you never have to water again.
No wonder this is so beautiful.
Is the grand reopening of the Home of Innovation today 1 to 4.
Luke, this is probably one of the most common but what's most popular talking points. This is ManaBlock, or sometimes called Manifold. Now, this replaces copper. Could you describe what it is and what it's used for?
Absolutely. So this is the ManaBlock system. You can see here we got several labels, and they're red and blue. Red means the hot water, blue means the cold water. It works very similar to how an electric panel works, where every faucet and fixture in the house has its own dedicated line that runs to it. So what's the advantages of it, Tony?
Okay, number one, I think you've got a little key. How do you turn it on and off?
The key just simply fits over there, quarter turn.
You just turned off the master bath.
Yep.
You could still have the cold running.
Yes.
Okay, what happens is you can get cold water or hot water 61% faster to the master suite using something like this. That's number one. Like we said, it replaces copper. So guess what? We don't have the soldering joints. We don't have all the parts and pieces. One line goes directly to each source. A lot more efficient, and I think since we've been using this, I can't remember you've ever having one problem, have you, with this PEX plumbing?
No, the PEX is very forgiving. And also, if you happen to have a frozen line, the nice thing about this too is copper will bust. The PEX lines will actually expand, and I've seen them as big as this before they will actually spring a leak. So it'll clog the line up, giving you time to fix it before you have thousands of dollars worth of damage.
Yeah, if you ever want to know a little bit more about this type of plumbing system, give Luke a call. We'd be more than happy to talk to you, but I would suggest on a lot of houses, this is the way to go.
Absolutely, this is a must.
So Luke, we're standing here in the Next Step garage, and it looks like you got a wastebasket here full of salt. I don't get it.
Right, yeah. Well, it throws a lot of people off, actually, because this is actually part of our softening system. This is a brine tank, but where's the rest of the
I was going to say, I don't see the softener.
Right. The rest of the softener is actually down in our mechanical room, which is directly through this wall here. So one of the things that we did, which this is a huge tip, this helps people's backs. It keeps them from having to carry those salt, the 40-pound bags down the stairs, every few months to fill it up. But 20 feet, that's the rule. If this can be
This
within
line
20
right here.
foot,
Okay. Yeah.
that line goes right into the mechanical room. It's about
Down to the softener.
it's about maybe 10 to 12 feet away. And this still works, it all works the same. It just, again, you can back your car right up to it, unload those salt bags, throw it in there, be good to go.
Okay, very inexpensive application.
Yeah. Lonnie, a real funny story with that. We have an employee who his softener and his brine tank was down in his basement. Rather than carrying it down, he tried to take the lazy way out, put the bag at the top of the stairs, kicked it down. After a few bags, that worked fine. The fourth bag, busted open. He's still picking up salt to this day on his floor.
Yeah, but I only did that once.
That's right.
River Hollow on Flutter Road with 1 acre lots with the ability to put a detached carriage building.
Hey Luke, before we leave the garage, I got a question. What is that?
Great question. This is part of one of the many displays that we have here, and part of this house is trying to just educate the general public. This is showing you 4 different options of light bulbs. You can see through here, you can see the individual bulbs. We have an incandescent bulb here, a halogen bulb here, a CFL compact fluorescent light here, and an LED light here.
And they're all emitting about the same amount of light, at least it looks like.
Right, yeah. Some of them are a little different color, but it's the same amount of light. Now we got these meters here.
I see the meters, yeah.
That one says
19.14.
Yeah. This one's 14.69, 7.47, and then 385. So what's that mean? That's how much money you would spend per year if this bulb was on 24/7.
Wow, that's about 20% of this.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
LED compared to
about $15 less.
That's amazing.
So I know there's been a big misconception. LED bulbs are too expensive. They don't make sense. Well, that's not true anymore. If you're planning on living in your house for 6 to 8 months and you have a light bulb that burns out, when you go to the hardware store, you should be looking at an LED light, because after about 6 to 8 months, that's that breaking point. You're going to start saving money.
Wow. And I found them as low as $3 a piece now.
Yeah.
LEDs, so
they're dropping about every 6 months. They drop in price as well.
And speaking of new things, hot off the press, Luke, what is that?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. For as little as $15, you can see this is just looks like a standard wall plate.
Yeah.
You flip over, there's 2 little tabs, and there's a sensor here.
Yes.
Then on the bottom side, you can see there's 3 lights.
LED lights?
LED lights, yep.
Okay.
So you can take the walls cover off of you can put this in any existing home, any new home, pull that off, snap that in. I put my finger there and you can see.
So when it's dark, we're going to have light in a hallway, in a bathroom, wherever you want it, under the cabinets.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. For 15 bucks, that's an incredible.
You can get a USB one for 20 bucks.
That gets my price today.
Is the grand reopening of the Home of Innovation today 1 to 4.
So Izzy, we're here in the foyer of the Next Step house, and you barely walk in the door, and already I'm saying, what is that? What is that? For example, what is that?
This is an iPad that's actually attached to the wall in the Next Step home, and the purpose for it right now is for an educational center. So let's say the representative from Granite Ridge that's here, so let's say they're busy with maybe some other clients, and you still want to learn something while you're walking around, you can step up to one of these and actually find out a little more information about several different items here in the house.
Okay, I see. But it's also of great value to the homeowner that's going to live here eventually, right?
Yes, the homeowner who will actually live here eventually can use it as a control center. So they'll be able to control everything in the house, just like having a standing iPad in your hand. You have it right on the wall and control everything.
Will it bake me a steak?
Only if it buzzes your butler. I'm not sure.
Well, that's interesting. And then just dropping down here, what is this wall plate on the wall? It looks kind of interesting.
It is a remote light switch. Now, a remote light switch is very useful because it can give your lights a lot of different aspects. We could hit this and turn all the lights on, this turn all the lights off, and anything in between here could do a different scene.
So you mean scenes like as in a movie?
Well, that's where it actually comes from. The terminology just means, so like let's say this one could be all on, this one could be maybe romantic lighting for your dinner, this one might be movie lighting, so it's very dim in the living room section. So just different scenes, yes, different ways that you'd like your lighting to look in your house.
That can be very useful. And then I think I'm standing, Izzy, underneath a disco ball or something like that. What is that?
Well, I'm a DJ, so I can tell you that is not a disco ball, but it is a camera. It is something that we have that we've got 4 of them located in this house, and they, again, can all be controlled through your iPads.
And again, not real expensive.
No, a system actually could probably be put into your house for about $8,000, and that would be sound, light, all kinds of different things. There's lots of things can be included on that simple price.
But a simple camera, you might be talking $1,500.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's really great. And then I also noticed that in a lot of the wall plugs in this home, there's unusual things plugged into them. What are those things?
Those are repeater stations, and basically what those do is, again, if we're using this on a Z-Wave or doing different ways of controlling the things in the house, it repeats that command so that I can make sure it can reach anywhere in the house.
Wow, that's pretty. There's one more thing that's bugging me. It's right behind you. It looks like a UFO has landed on our ceiling. Can we take a look? What is that?
So, Lonnie, what that is along the same lines of that repeater that we just talked about. This is your Wi-Fi repeater. This is a different Wi-Fi. We have them spread out throughout the house so that the entire house has very strong Wi-Fi signal, which of course is very important when you've got your house controlled,
Sure is today.
controlled from an iPad.
Sure is today. And again, not real expensive to put these kind of units in?
No, those are actually less expensive than the ones that we first put in throughout our whole office.
Okay. Hey, Izzy, are you decent?
My mom says so.
Well, that's not what I meant. But anyway, what are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to decide which one of these I'm actually going to install here or keep installed. This one actually does the color code. It tells me the temperature of the water, so I know exactly what the temperature is when I get in the shower. But I'm leaning towards this one, though, because I love to sing in the shower. And this one actually plays music through this little area right here. So
it's a speaker.
Yeah, it's great. It's a speaker built in right in your shower head.
Bluetooth for how much?
Just a little over $100. And then when I'm done showering, I can take this with me, put it on the counter, and continue to listen to music while I get ready.
That is cool.
Hi, I'm Jake Whitaker with Granite Ridge Builders, and I'm here today to talk to you about a brand new community called Saddle Creek Estates. Saddle Creek Estates is located in Grable, Indiana, and it's in the Leo School District, and the streets are actually in for Section 1 right now, so please come out and see us. Now, there's been a little bit of confusion when people are driving out there. There is an existing house that was originally there, and I'm kind of working out of that right now. I'm out there every Sunday from 1 to 4, or give me a call and I'll meet you out there anytime. Did I mention it was Leo Schools?
Welcome to the Innovation Home Gallery built by Granite Ridge Builders. We're out here on Flutter Road, and you can visit us every Sunday between 1 and 4. If you've been watching us on In Between the Studs, you've probably seen a lot of amazing things that you really maybe even didn't know existed. We put an awful lot into this house, focusing basically on 3 main elements. 1 being energy efficiency, 2 home automation, 3 being interior design. Come visit us on a Sunday between 1 to 4 or arrange for your own personal tour. When you do, I'll be able to show you how we have no energy bills or no heating and cooling bills at this house. I can show you how we can use our iPad to control the entire home, and I can show you how the HGTV furniture series is out here for display. Between those 3 things, they're very unique elements that you're not going to find anywhere else in the Midwest. So be sure to call today, visit our website, and arrange a chance for you or your group to come out here to visit the home. It's an experience unlike any other available in the Midwest, and I'm happy to show it to you.
Elizabeth, this house is known for its HGTV furniture and for all of its artwork, but why do we have an elephant up there?
Well, this is a beautiful piece of art. This is actually made out of recycled nails.
Wow.
So very unique, and it's really heavy.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And could you tell me why the blinds have a little eyelid on them?
Well, these can operate by a remote. So with the click of a button, they can go up or down.
Oh yeah, I could do that on my iPad too. That's pretty cool.
Okay, Jake, I know this is a ceiling fan, but why does it only have 3 blades?
Well, Elizabeth, what do you think is more efficient? A fan with 5 blades or 3 blades?
Well, I would assume 5.
Actually, the fewer blades that the fan has, the more efficient it is. If you think about an airplane propeller, it only has 2.
That makes sense. That moves more air.
And can you tell me a little about this floor? What is that?
Well, what do you think it is? Do you think it's wood or laminate?
It sure looks like a wood to me.
It's actually porcelain tile.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Jake, there's also a lot of advantages to the porcelain tile. It's easy to clean. It won't dent like wood will. It won't warp, so if water sits on it, you're okay.
Wow, I should order that for my house. Elizabeth, what is this appliance we have down here in the cabinets?
This is actually a microwave. This is what we call universal design.
Wow, and what are the advantages of this?
Well, one advantage is small children. It's easy for them to use. Another advantage is it's not above your stove, so you don't have to reach high and possibly get burned by your stovetop.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Izzy, what is that?
This is a Philips Hue light. It's one of the things that I love playing with down here. You can actually set the mood for whatever kind of entertainment you got going on in your theater room.
Wow.
You want to, maybe you got your Bears game going on, or maybe you're a Notre Dame fan. Whatever it is, you can change your color to whatever you like.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And I think that's the light that'll change the colors on your pictures
Yeah, you can see it change real drastically.
from night to day. That's pretty cool. Let's go watch the movie.
Let's get some James Bond going.
Saddle Creek Estates, lots available now in the best little town in the country.
What is this door, Jake?
I don't know how to close it.
Oh, come on, you guys.
What?
This is a barn door. This is one of the hottest trends going around. These are actually on a track, so you just slide them. No hinges.
So just slide them.
I knew that.
There you go.
Okay.
Huh.
Easy enough.
Luke, why is there a line for the men's bathroom?
There's a urinal in there with a TV mounted on top of it. I didn't miss any part of the game.
That makes sense. Luke, why are you writing on the wall?
Well, this is actually dry erase board. As you can see, we got a great locker system here. We both have young boys. This is where they drop their stuff. We know they can be somewhat forgetful, so this is a great way to maybe write them, notes. Hey, don't forget your homework. Don't forget soccer game after school. Whatever notes you want to communicate to your family.
So this is special paint?
Yeah, it's special paint. It can go on woodwork. It can go on walls. You can put it all over the house.
Well, that's a great idea.
Is the grand reopening of the Home of Innovation today, 1 to 4.
Elizabeth, as we've been talking, this house of technology is probably the most interesting house in the country. It combines technology, energy efficiency, design. The floor plan is a must-see. The furniture is a must-see. Obviously, the artwork is astounding, and this is one piece. Tell me, what's that?
Well, this is actually recycled. This is called recycled art. This is made out of old Coke bottles. So the glass Coke bottles were made into this.
Now see, you're too young. I remember those green Coke bottles. That is fascinating, and it looks like a lifesaver to me too. People don't even remember what that was.
Gray Oaks and Gray Oaks Villas, one of the premier areas southwest on Hamilton Road.
Okay, Luke, we use Sherwin-Williams paint, and you used it in this home as well, but you used something a little different with Sherwin-Williams.
Yeah, we actually went with the Harmony paint in this house. The Harmony paint does a couple of things. One, it's an odor eater. So if you got dogs or, you know, like we have young kids, it'll actually absorb the odors and, you know, make the air cleaner. It also, we've heard of VOCs, volatile organic compounds. It'll actually absorb the VOCs through a chemical reaction. It'll break them down into inerrant compounds and re-release them into the air, making it safer for you, I, and our families.
So that's great with people who have allergies and asthma too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, this is drywall, and you used this in this home. What's different about this drywall?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the Air Renew drywall, which this works similar to how the paint does, but this is not odor eating, but it still absorbs those VOCs. Both of these will last 75 to 100 years. So as long as you're in the house, it'll constantly be cleaning those air. This
And what
one,
about this one?
Yeah, this is a special sound absorbent drywall. This actually has two dense layers of drywall centered with a glue that absorbs that sound before it can be transferred to the next room over.
So where did you use that in this home?
We use that in the master bedroom wall between the wall and the kitchen, and then we used it in the theater room. Another popular place might be a nursery or maybe to isolate the laundry room.
Great idea.
Parker's Bay on Diebold is one of the great villa communities in the northeast side of Fort Wayne, right by the new Parkview Hospital.
Ooh, what can we see? You know, Luke, this seems silly. We have a $1,200 toilet. Now, I know with California, the drought, water conservation is important, and I know this one, you do not need toilet paper, but tell me why I would want a $1,200 toilet.
Yeah, well, for a couple of reasons. This here has a heated seat, it's got a dryer, it preheats the water for you, it's got a built-in bidet mode, but ultimately it does save water at the day's end. So this is a low flush toilet. Now we mentioned it's got the bidet, you said you don't need toilet paper. It doesn't save you as much water, but it takes a lot of water to filter out that toilet paper from the city's end. So, you know, places like California, they're starting to maybe consider these things as mandatory. Now, I'm not sure I'm ready for one for my personal house, but these may be the wave of the future, having bidet modes here in the States. I know they're very popular overseas. We haven't quite caught on, but it does save a lot of water.
Especially in drought-ridden areas like Texas and
California.
Now, this has a remote. Would you let me borrow that remote?
Sure, you want to see it?
Yeah, so I can operate that from in here. Let me see if that does work. Ooh, this has got...
Whoa, hey.
Wait, heater's off. I'm sorry, blower. Wait, here.
Here, give me that back.
Is the grand reopening of the Home of Innovation today, 1 to 4.
Tony, the Next Step house has some fantastic features. These built-in bookcases are such a talking point.
Now, Luke said that when he built this, there's something unbelievable that we'd never figure out. What do you think he might have meant?
I don't know, it's kind of
see-
contemporary.
It's the books. Wait, you know what?
What's that?
There's a hinge here. Whoa, wait.
Did you guys figure it out?
We just did now. You made a jib or hidden door.
Yep.
That is really fun. People have got to come out and see this.
Luke, I have a lot of trouble with my house key. I can never find it. I loan it out. Is there a solution to that?
Well, I can't help you with losing your key, but we could do a close second. So what we got here is a Home Connect Quick Set Lock. This, you can see, has got the numbers on here, so each one of your family could have a specialized code. So if Graham gets home from school, types in his code, you can get a text message saying that Graham just entered the house, then you know he's safe, he's home from school. Or you can do a temporary code, so if you have somebody coming over to do service work, or if your parents are coming over, you can give them a one-time code, they can enter once, and then they can exit. That code is no longer good. A couple other nice features is because this house has got the smart home technology, you just hit that button when you leave, it locks the door, it sets the alarm, it turns off every single light. No reason for you, once the kids are loaded up, to run around and look for all the lights to make sure they're off. So it does help with some energy efficiencies too, as well as security.
What a simple solution, and it doesn't cost a lot of money.
Nope.
Do you have some other ideas for the door?
Yeah, let's head out to the garage. We got a few other neat features out there.
Okay. Luke, what is this?
Yeah, like the front door, we mentioned that there was another option on the side door. This is a Bluetooth deadbolt. So with my phone in my pocket, I approach the door. It's paired up with this. I just bump it with my elbow. It'll unlock. Again, for a serviceman, you can actually email them a key, and then they can actually, again, approach the door, open that email, and the door will unlock for them, again, one-time use. So this is about $100, a little cheaper option than the front door, but still another great option.
Now this is one of my favorite things that we have out here.
Yeah, this is actually a peephole camera. As you can see, it just turned on there. So when anybody approaches your door, it'll actually take a snap photo of them so you can review who is here throughout the day. And then also for people that may be a little shorter, the kids, they can actually see who's on the other side of the door before they open it.
That's a great safety feature, and this doesn't cost very much money, does it?
No, around $60 to $70.
Now here's another gadget. I like this. I don't have a green thumb, so this monitors my plants.
Yeah, what this does is it actually monitors the moisture, if it needs fertilized, sunlight, and temperature. So, and it will actually, you put it right next to a plant, you tell this what type of plant it's next to, and it will actually send you text messages when that plant needs one of those 4 things.
Who would have thought my geranium could text me? Now there's a lot of other things, we don't have time. Remember Izzy got stuck in the doggy door?
Yeah, remember that Jake was talking about where to store the athletic balls? Yeah, there's just so much at this house. You guys got to come out and see it.
Simple and easy one is garage organization. For example, put that right there and it keeps your balls from rolling. I knew it was coming.
I'm gonna go on record that will not be.
How do you say that? How do you say that?
I should have said that.
Keep your balls from rolling. Keeps your equipment from rolling around.
Okay, well, I've got an incandescent I got to put up there.
Are you sure this is a good idea, Lonnie?
Yeah, help me with this light bulb. I'm going LED. I'm going LED.
We'll have to change the bulb for another 20 years.
I hope so. Whoa,
Gotcha.
you did.
You did really well too.
Don't do this at home.
Yeah, we recommend turning the power off when you put these on.
Oh, I wasn't mic'd.
Yeah, you are.
Am I?
Yeah, you are. We checked.
I was like, I just couldn't see it. I'm looking down, I'm going, I don't see it.
While we were all up there, he was in the wine grotto. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what was going on.
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
Get the bottles over here.
I have nothing else to do in life, so I like to monitor what's going on with my plant.
I love getting the text message from my plant in the middle of the day.
Sorry, Tony. Sorry, Tony. I've got to go. My geranium needs fertilized.